post-it note, you can do the sticky, yeah, the sticky stick, and you can make one really big and just slide it right over your picture. So do what you need to do to prepare, be prepared.
How long is the whole thing altogether?
You will be interpreting for about 10 minutes.
I just don't sometimes like not sure if it's like
It's about 5 minutes of
45, like, and we would do it for a long time. My computer would like shut like the screen would put on paper or whatever. But if it's just like 10 minutes or so.
It goes dark after about 5 or 6 minutes. So I want you to be distraction free for that time. Okay, so I will be controlling the pauses. What I do is sort of wait for everybody to be finished. Okay, so there's no pressure around that. So you should go ahead and capture.
You're so cute.
No.
I don't want to see my pores.
How do I get mine?
I don't know.
Why? Here we go.
My name is Bobby Jordan. Today, we're going to take a look at the early years of William Shakespeare. All the information that I'm going to give you is in your textbook. You have two textbooks for this course, and the first one is Shakespeare of London by Marshett Chute. That's C-H-U-T-E. The other textbook is called Shakespeare Alive, and that is edited by Joseph Pack. If we really want to understand the man, though, we have to look at the humble beginnings of his father. We've got to look at the town that he came from. You don't understand why he has such a good grasp on the common man, the porter in a play like Macbeth, until you know about Stratford and what it was like to live there in the years about 1550. We want to take a look first then at John Shakespeare, William's father. John was the son of a tenant farmer. His brother was a tenant farmer. It didn't take young John very long to realize that if you farmed someone else's land, you were not going to make a very good living. John had bigger ambitions. Lucky for him that he lived next to a market town called Stratford. Now, I know we're talking about 1550, but the important thing is, in terms of rural England, these were still medieval towns. They hadn't moved into, quote, the Elizabethan era. So when we think about Stratford, it's a very small town, and yet it had something really important for a man like John Shakespeare. It had a middle class. Generally, throughout England, you were either very poor or very rich. But if you could sell goods and make money at it, then you were not poor. Then you had a good living. Then you belonged to a union. Then you could get married and raise a good family. And John Shakespeare was after. So he moved into Stratford. He took a look around and he said, what people need that I can supply? And what they needed was gloves. Now, in modern times, that would be ridiculous. We don't wear gloves anymore, very much, especially in the western states, and especially here in California. But in England, think about it. A person didn't go outside to go to work without gloves on. It would be, the parallel today would be if I were going to go to an office and I didn't wear hose, or if a man was going to go to work in a bank and he didn't have a tie on. Gloves. Commodity that everybody needed and everybody wore. So if you wanted to make money, you wanted to make something that everybody would buy. very good one. He was known as a, quote, white glover. That means he made gloves out of the finest, finest lamb skin, and they were white as snow. So people began to buy John Shakespeare's gloves. You would think that'd be enough for him, but it wasn't. Because he knew he could make a good business, and he did, and he bought 2 houses